Oh, don't sing under the moonlight. Coffee's grandmother once warned him like that, but tonight he forgot. Wind from the Louisiana swamp blows through the reeds, carrying the scent of mud, salt, and an unnamed sorrow. Coffee sits on the rotting wooden boat, his trembling hands clutching the old guitar. He sings, not for joy, but to soothe a heart torn apart after the beatings. His song spreads out, touches the water, and the water suddenly stills. Fireflies wink out, the moon flares bright as a mirror. Then from the river's heart, a woman rises, her body covered in radiant golden scales, her eyes red as fire. She gazes at Coffee, her voice ringing out, "Who dares to sing my song?" The wind cuts cold, and he knows a spirit has awakened. Once upon a time, in an old African-American community, where cypress trees intertwined around the Louisiana swamp, there was a young man named Coffee. Each morning, mist from the water rose like smoke, enveloping his mother's low-slung stilt house. It wasn't a house of laughter, but of sighs, creaking ropes, and the smell of rot wood. Coffee lived with his mother and stepfather named Red, a gruff man who once fished but now only had liquor for company. Their home overlooked a wide river like a black mirror, where the sun rose blood-red and set deep purple, where alligators lay still, as logs and frogs chorused the evening's symphony. Coffee was a lanky young man, brown-skinned like honey, with bright eyes that often stared at the ground. From childhood, he'd heard his grandmother sing, her voice like morning mist, fragile yet warm. She taught him ancient tunes, songs to call rain, lull seasons, melodies carried by their ancestors across the ocean. She often said, "Some songs aren't for full moon nights, because the water listens, and when the water listens, old spirits wake." Coffee remembered those words, but as he grew, he wanted to understand why music made the water tremble. Since her passing, the house held only his mother and Red. His mother weakened, each breath like a torn cloth, while Red unleashed his rage on everything. A broken chair, a sick dog, and Coffee too. He didn't fight back, just toiled silently, mending nets, splitting wood, rowing to market for dried corn. Each evening, as sunset spilled across the water, he sat by the reed bank, drawing out the old wooden guitar. It was his grandmother's legacy, frayed strings and smoke-stained wood, but its sound still rang like breath. Coffee plucked notes, sang softly to himself, his voice low, deep, a touch hoarse, like wind swirling in a shell. One sweltering evening, the air thick with rising mud and the scent of rain yet to fall, Red, drunk, and raging over a lost fishing net, forced Coffee to row into the swamp to search. Though night had fallen and the moon glittered on the water, his mother tugged his hand softly, trying to intervene, but Red only growled, and Coffee knew silence was the only way to keep peace for her. He lifted the oars, strapped the guitar to his back, left the stilt house. The small boat rocked through reeds and fireflies flickering like embers. The swamp water lay still this season, but carried the tang of distant thunder. Coffee rowed slowly, moonlight pooling on his face, silver in his eyes. In that quiet, he heard his heartbeat sink with the water's lap. He set the oars down, let the boat drift, placed the guitar on his knee. A note escaped, light as breath, then a second, a third, flowing. His song rose, not loud, just enough for the moon to hear. He sang of his ailing mother, of days yearning for love, of a childhood shadowed by his drunken stepfather. His voice wove into the wind, blending with frogs, soft waves, bursting bubbles, but something else seemed to listen. A cold gust swirled, fireflies snuffed out at once. Coffee sang on, unaware the water had shifted hue, the moon's reflection no longer sharp, but quivering like silk touched by an unseen hand. He drew out the final note, its echo trembling. And in that instant, the water stilled. Everything fell utterly silent. Wind, insects, breath. Then from the swamp's midst, a great bubble burst, ripples circling out. Coffee stopped singing, heart pounding. From that whirlpool, faint golden light gleamed, at first like a fish's tail flick, then brighter, brighter, until a human form emerged. It was the mermaid, her hair black and long, soaked, cascading over her shoulders like a waterfall. Her lower body sheathed in shimmering golden scales, each movement lighting the water like 1,000 drifting coins. Her eyes amber, deep and bright, angry yet sorrowful. The air around her chilled, but her golden glow warmed like sun trapped in water. Coffee froze, lips quivering, too late to retreat. She said nothing, only stared. A water drop fell from her hair, touched the surface, and its tiny chime made him shiver, like a bell tolling in his chest. Coffee felt the boat snag below. He leaned down, saw her shadow mirrored right beneath, like a second self. In that moment, he noticed the fish scale birthmark on his wrist, the one his grandmother warned to hide, glowing faintly. Her golden light seemed to reach it, igniting it fully. The water around the boat swirled gently, not fierce, but inviting. He tried to row back, but the oars stuck fast in the water's grip, unmoving. No words, no sounds, only the moon sliding across the water, mingling with her golden sheen. On the bank, the ancient cypress leaned over, roots twisting like outstretched arms. Leaves rustled softly, like whispers from the departed. Coffee looked up, saw the full moon poised atop the tree, light streaming down his shoulders. It felt like his grandmother was there, watching, silent. Wind from afar carried sea salt. Though the ocean lay miles away, he knew something older than flesh stirred around him. In that eerie stillness, Coffee set the guitar on the boat floor. The water mirrored his face beside hers. Two shadows, one mortal, one spirit, side by side in the moonlight. Somewhere in the water's depths, a wordless song hummed, not in lyrics, but in breath. Its melody matched the lullaby he'd just sung, only heavier now, each note laden like a river's memory. He didn't understand, but instinct told him the song sought passage through him back to the human world. Far off, thunder rumbled, the boat rocked gently, the mermaid lingered. Coffee felt a strange throb in his chest, painful yet warm, like a knock on bone. He didn't know if it heralded blessing or curse. The moon stayed full, the water still. But that night, something shifted forever. And before we continue with the main story content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video, okay? And don't forget to comment below where you're watching us from. We're thrilled to know that. The water's surface gleamed like a breathing mirror. Coffee sat in the boat, hands clenched on his knees, watching the whirlpool before him bloom wide as a golden flower unfurling. Moonlight danced on her scales, turning the swamp's heart from inky black to honeyed gold. Scents of mud, salt, and scorched grass mingled, sweet yet sharp. The mermaid rose half from the water, her water-drenched black hair streaming down her slender back, drops falling like pearl beads. Coffee dared not breathe deeply. He felt the air thicken, as if the whole swamp held its breath awaiting her voice. She didn't look directly at him, but over his shoulder toward the distant bank, where the ancient cypress stood solemn under the moon. A breeze stirred, leaves whispering like faint sobs. Then she turned, her amber eyes etched with twin gleams, furious yet wondrous, as if reclaiming something long lost. A soft vibration hummed through the air, not from the guitar, not the wind, but from her very form. Her golden tail scales quivered, sending ripples across the water that synced with Coffee's heartbeat. He heard each pulse, slow, majestic, like a ritual drum. Her voice echoed, not from lips, but straight into his mind. It was deep, clear, resonant as wind chimes underwater. Why do you sing the water-calling song on a full moon night? Coffee didn't answer. His lips trembled. She tilted her head, wet strands clinging to her neck, moonlight gliding over pearl skin. Do you know? Her voice lingered. Each lyric is a thread pulling the bolt between two worlds. Coffee bowed his head, breath catching in his throat. She drew nearer, her tail tracing small waves that brushed the boat's side. Each sweep of golden scales over wood sparked embers of light. The water around him brightened, thin as endless silk. In that instant, he glimpsed beneath the surface countless faces, half-lit, half-shadowed, blurred like drowned memories, some like his own, some a woman with coiled hair, even a laughing child. He realized the water held something tied to his blood, older than kin, deeper than fear. She raised her hand, wet yet radiant as moon-forged silver. "You carry the song of my betrayer," she whispered. Her words made the water around the boat tremble. Coffee looked up, her scales glow, bathing his face in gold. His grandmother had told of an ancestor cast out by the river, one who stole the water's sacred song for rain and trade. Now that tale returned, not in words, but through his burning skin. A chill breath rose from the water's mouth. She glided closer, her hair reaching like seaweed, brushing his wrist lightly. The fish scale birthmark there blazed, matching her scales gold. He shuddered but didn't pull away. From the depths, other lights rose, coiling the boat like silk ribbons. In each gleam, a whisper, familiar yet distant. His grandmother's song, a nighttime lullaby, water dripping from the old roof. She awakened his blood's memories. No warning came, only her profound gaze. Wind rippled the surface, revealing her lower form clearer. Scales not mere covering, but blooming in waves like metallic petals. As she moved, they shifted hue, gold to green, back to gold, like sun swallowed and released by water. On her tail, swirling lights spiraled, glittering. For a moment, Coffee sat amid a storm of light, her eyes its eye. She spoke, voice soft as mist. Each time a mortal sings the water call, my kind must wake to answer, but you sang from sorrow, not greed, so I won't kill. She lifted her head, lips curving faintly. Not a smile, but a dream recalled. The river doesn't hate those who sing from pain. Coffee listened, heart heavy, yet tears fell unbidden. He leaned down, hand touching the water, icy cold. In that second, she placed her hand on his chest. Her stone-cold skin met his blood's heat. "But remember," she said, "water hears all. Each song is a pact. You've invoked my name, so from now, I'll come at your heart's call." Then she released, her form tilted, tail flicking lightly, and in that moment, the swamp blazed. Thousands of golden sparks rose like glowing fish, veiling the water. No explosion, no thunder, only light and overflowing silence. Coffee gasped, eyes wide. When he blinked again, she was gone, the surface smoothed, only a golden streak drifting, fading. He looked around as if it were illusion, but leaning down, his wrist's birthmarks still glowed, no longer faint. The guitar lay damp, strings humming a strange note, a low sustain unending, like a voice from the depths. He knew that night had closed with a promise unspoken. Far off, thunder growled eastward, heralding dawn rain. Coffee gazed shoreward, where the small stilt house lay still under moonshadow. He took the oars, hands shaking from cold. Golden droplets clung to the hull, trailing like shattered moon. In him, fear mingled with pity, and something nameless, as if someone had entered his dream uninvited and lingered. As the boat touched shore, wind sighed through reeds, carrying water's murmur. He looked up. The ancient cypress stood, roots like arms, leaves trembling. But amid the branches, something gleamed, a golden drop on the highest limb, mirroring the moon like an opening eye. Coffee didn't know that from that night, each moonrise, that glow would watch the swamp, awaiting his song again. The next morning, before sun pierced the thick mist over the swamp, Coffee woke, his sleep short, fitful, dragged through heavy water layers. In his mind echoed last night's deep hum, the mermaid's wordless song. Outside, air thick with moss, damp and chill, ground sodden, as if rain had fallen unheard. The small boat lay beached, oars crossed, hull faintly etched with gold like smeared paint. He touched it, fingers cold, wet, sticky. Withdrawing, the light clung, flickering, dissolving. Inside, Red snored, liquor stench heavy. His mother lay abed, face gaunt but calmer than days past. Coffee sat bedside, hand on hers, silent, her palm warm, absent for weeks. He didn't grasp why, only recalled the mermaid's words. "I'll come at your heart's call. Perhaps even now." She listened from below to his every beat. Coffee stepped to the porch, scanning the swamp. Dawnlight bronzed the water's surface. The ancient cypress loomed, roots veining the earth. On a high branch, last night's drop still sparkled, fainter, melting in sun. He recalled his grandmother's tales, the river's curse, ancestors' sins. As a child, during rains, she'd recount in somber tones, "Our kin traded the water's song for harvest. But when bounty came, they forgot thanks. So water raged, carrying millennium grudge." Coffee had never fully believed, until now. To shake the chill, he took the old guitar, walked to the swamp edge. Light breeze, mist veiling all. He sat on his familiar rock, fingers plucking softly. The tone rasped, strings weak, yet evoked last night's timbre. He dared not sing, only played wordless, conversing in silence. At his feet, water rippled faintly, small waves spreading, vanishing. He peered deep. Below, the cypress shadow framed like antique glass, and within, something moved. A golden gleam faded, clarified, winked out. He rose, stepped back, pulse racing. No one, just rising mist, but laced with odd scent, honey sweet, salt tanged. He knew she was near. Coffee knelt, hand to water. This time, not cold, but warm. Like human breath. A soft sound hummed in his mind. Not voice, but rhythm. Slow, steady, ritual drum. From it, whispers emerged, fog-thin words. "Old sins don't sleep. Your blood bears my mark." He startled but held. Images bloomed on the surface. An ancient man in cloth garb, amid villagers, drum in hand. His ancestor, as grandmother told. He sang, bold, calling rain, fish. Seasons. Villagers cheered shoreside. Opposite, a black-haired woman, golden-tailed, gazed up. Moon in her eyes as twin tears. The man grinned, signaled, and youth seized her. Bound with ropes, cast to depths. Her scream pierced night, high and tearing, then sank. Rain poured instant, torrential, sweeping all. But since, each full moon, water rose, claiming one of Coffee's line. The visions smoked away. Coffee knelt, gasping. Water warm at feet, wrist mark burning. He understood. His blood held the old pack's remnant. She chose him not by chance. He was the thread to unpaid debt. Wind rose, sighing through reeds like weeping. He looked up, saw black clouds massing, not ordinary rain, laced gold and silver, spiraling shapes. He retreated, but water crept shoreward, layers light as footsteps. From mid-swamp she rose, deliberate. No last night's fury, but deep sorrow, like one recalling distant loss. Her gold softened, moon-embroidered cloth, when she spoke, not in mind, but wind-born, mist-thin. "You've seen," she said. "You carry the blood of my binders." Coffee bowed. Silent. She eyed him long then. "But your heart holds something else. It stills the water, spares you. Perhaps grace and guilt meet in one breath." Water around her brightened, small waves casting gold on Coffee's face. He looked up, saw not just anger in her eyes, but vast loneliness. "To redeem the old debt," she said. "Keep your song safe. Let it not fall to others, nor summon water with greed again." Then she tilted, extended hand, palm open, cradling a small golden scale like dawn light. "Take it. When your voice fails, it'll restore your breath." He reached, accepted the scale, warm, pliant, alive. At touch, a current flowed into him, gentle as water threading veins. She gazed, then receded, form dissolving into moonlight. Water calmed, echo of distant song lingering. Coffee sat long, hand clutching the scale, its light mirroring in his eyes like tiny flame. He knew from that night, each note he'd sing was no mere tune, but debt, and behind every melody, the river listened. That night, the swamp hushed like velvet under moon. After tucking the golden scale in his shirt pocket, Coffee returned, each mud-sinking step soft as breath. The path fog-shrouded, moss and wild rice scents blending, making all familiar yet strange. Afar, oil lamp flickered from the stilt house, like fire on dark sea. He exhaled softly, thinking he'd escaped the uncanny water. But nearing the porch, he heard steady drips behind, each bright, each laced faint gold. He turned. Nothing. But ground trailed wet, imprinted with shimmering, watery prints. He stared, heart thundering, then hurried up. Door ajar, mother lay frail but breathing even. Red sprawled floorward, snoring, liquor reek thick. Coffee moved quiet, set guitar by bed, drew blanket over her, her hand soft, warmer than before. He sat beside, listening to her faint breaths like shore-bound waves. Warmth flickered in him, then a soft sound startled him. From shadowed corner behind door, thin water streamed silent as river breath. Moonlight struck it gold faint. From that flow, a figure formed, smoke misty, then sharpening, long black hair, moonlit skin, golden-scaled tail. Meilani, the mermaid, had followed him home. She didn't slither, but hovered. Water drops from her form beating into tiny lights, shattering on contact. The house air shifted, oil lamp guttered, extinguished, but her golden glow lit the room. Wood walls mirrored it, house like metal gilt, water's tang mixed damp wood. A scent sacred yet chill. Coffee stood rooted, fear or awe blurring. His mother slept unaware. Red stirred faintly, rough hands clutching empty bottle. Meilani drifted near, eyes on the mother. She extended hand, palm soft glowing. A light drop fell to the sleeping brow, misting away. Coffee's mother's face eased, breaths deepening even. House hushed absolute, only his heartbeat and her dripping. In that beat, he knew she came not to harm, but as relief sighed, odd wind whistled through cracks. Lamp flared blue, then died. Red jolted awake. He bolted up, eyes bloodshot with booze. What the hell? His voice slurred. Her gold caught his gaze, dreamlike. He squinted, scanned, roared. Coffee, what you standin' for? Who's in my house? But before stepping, a water tendril whipped his arm like cord. He recoiled, eyes bulging, liquor steaming and cold. No hand moved, but hovering droplets encircled him, blazing, then bursting. He crumpled, coughing, bewildered. Coffee meant to cry out, throat clogged, Meilani silent. She eyed him not with wrath but sorrow. Water coiled around her in slow spiral, moon reflecting. She turned slightly, tail slicing air. Scales scattering thousand hovering gleams. Where gleams hit walls, wood cracked then mended. As if the house breathed. Chill spread. She whispered wind-like. Your debt's deferred. I hold your mother's breath, in trade for your song. Coffee knelt, hands to chest. Cold flooded him, threading veins. In mind, the hum resounded, matching last night's water pulse. She gazed, eyes softening, head tilting, hair flowing. Moonlight through her face, real yet dream. The tiny stilt house became ancient Pax shrine. Outside, wind soft reeds, salt tang born, swamp stirred. Small fish leaped surfaces attuned to some air rhythm. Farther, cypress quivered. Leaves fell first in years, one by one. Drifting tiny streams under porch. Coffee realized she brought not just herself, but the river home. Lamp relit itself. His mother slept smiling faintly. Red slumped, drunk and terrified, eyes shut. Only Coffee and the mermaid in that dim glow. She surveyed the home once, eyes tracing humble things. Old hammock, mother's cloth, dusty frame. Perhaps then she glimpsed human warmth. Water lacked, then turned, gaze settling on Coffee, gold dimmed to cold silver. She drifted doorward, wood parted unbidden, water spilled, tracing zigzag gleam to swamp, crossing threshold, tail flicked, golden drops arcing skyward, pattering roof in tiny chimes. A humming farewell, then silence, door shut. No light left, only water scent and his heart beating her rhythm. Coffee sat, mother's warmth seeping to him. He knew henceforth each song linked straight to water. And she'd hear, the bond salvation and chain. He bowed, hand to chest, feeling his heart's tune. Now two rhythms beating, one human, one watery. Outside, moon hung cypress crowned, full and bright. Water stilled, but gold flickered depths, like unclosed eyes. And now, dear viewers, pause a moment to hit subscribe before the story's heart unfolds, but only if you truly feel what I share here. and drop a comment below telling me where you're watching from and what time it is now. The next morning, no rain but air sodden as if night's river door flung wide for mist to flood. Sun blocked by murky fog veiling swamp, landscapes lit cold, beautiful yet mournful. Coffee's mother woke, sat up after bedridden days. She touched forehead, skin cool, breath light. In the small wood house, water scent lingered, smoke kissed. She knew not her cure, only lightness within. Coffee porch stood, eyes shadowed, hands fisted, golden scale pocketed. He thanked the miracle, yet his chest echoed odd breaths, not just his heart, but interwoven pulse. From that night, all around him changed. Swamp water rose higher, but clear as glass. Fish vaulted gleaming, scales sun-scattering sparks. Passers-by called the season revived, shrimp fat, weeds rampant ungrown. They deemed it blessing, fortune, but Coffee knew. Water's reply, the cost, unknown. Each eve, mother asleep, he went reed bank where boat moored. Wind calm, water calm, but guitar on knee, surface rippled, gold emerging like her breath. He sang soft, wordless, heart's melody. Each note released, underwater gold spread, dissolved. Nightly he sang, gatekeeper twixt worlds. After nights, he noted throat hoarser, breath shorter, voice deeper, yet sustaining. Heart's water pulse matched every line. One night, moon high, water stirred fiercer than usual. A small waterspout rose mid-swamp, lamp bright. Meilani appeared, slow, no longer fierce but dawn gentle. Her scales glowed dim, cloud-veiled moon. She eyed him long, amber reflecting night sky. You still sing, she water-voiced, breath light. You keep word. Coffee nodded, mute. She neared, cold hand to his throat. Skin numbed there, touch birthing faint gold spiral, slow whirling like mini vortex. Pax Mark, she murmured. Henceforth, your song threads me to this world. She withdrew, light fading. Coffee touched throat, feeling spiral pulse vein-like, not pain but strange. Like a chest window opened, wind veered, night birds hushed. Meilani continued, tone grave yet sad. In trade, I hold your mother's breath. While she inhales, I hear your song, but silence yours. Or tune cut mid-moon, water reclaims. All I give, water takes. Coffee stood mute, unquestioning, unresisting. The vow weighed stone heavy, but her gaze melted fears. Before diving, Meilani offered a tiny clear teardrop pearl. When song fails, this restores breath, once only. Spoken, she melted to whirlpool, gold withdrawing to depths, leaving shimmering circle. From then, nightly he sang. Rains came, seasons turned. His song wafted light as breath, over swamp, village. Locals spoke miracle, crops lush, ills lessened, water ever clear. They thanked at Coffee's door with cornbread, dried fish, crediting his line's merit. He explained not. Each thanks lightened him, then waited more. Time flowed, throat rasping gradual, morning speechless, gesturing only. Mother fretted, but he smiled, pointed throat where gold spiral pulsed. Nights, all slept, he sang silent. Mere wind, water heard, gold surfaced. Some nights, he spied her distant in water. Hair loose, eyes closed, lips mouthing his rhythm. They untouched, sang duet, one shoreside, one depths. One afternoon, sun breaking, stranger came village. Tall man, shell necklace, accent foreign, self-named Jonah, fish trader. Hearing locals' blessed song tales, sought coffee. Porch standing, he boomed. Singer, let me record your voice. Carry this tune to city, you'll wealth. Mother Coffee wavered, glad fear. Coffee shook head, hand refusing. His song not for sale, but Jonah laughed. Song's heavens, none owns eternal. He left, seeding faint unease. That night he sang not, craved rest, testing fate. Moon rose late, wind still, but swamp sleepless. Depths gold spread gradual, heart synced. Her voice far, cold. You forget vow. Wind whipped, Cypress bent, roots cracking. Coffee knelt swift, hummed note. Instant, wind eased, water stilled. She rose, not wrathful, sorrow-eyed. "Test not water," she soft said. "Water knows no jest." Coffee bowed, she dissolved, surface calmed, but chest spiral throbbed warning. He grasped Pack's bind. Each song thread twixt him and her, land and water, life and debt. Wordless contract, unbreakable, singable to final breaths river merge. From that moon night, Louisiana swamp entered strange season. Water high, unye. Greens vivid. Shrimp fish plump, uncanny. Villagers dubbed singing water season. They believed night singing spirit blessed. Coffee unexplained, nightly reed bound, silent. Old guitar held, breath to wind. He sang less, voice rasped to breath hum. Water heard, gold shone. Then, blessing doubters noted, market whispers of water-chosen youth, golden sound, fish calling, rumor winged to seamouth where Jonah roved. Jonah returned, rough-clothed men trailing, shell amulets necked, eyes hawk greedy. He told villagers of water's hymn festival, coffee center stage, honoring bounty. Simple folk trusted good intent, but Mother Mawu, village's eldest priestess, did not. Mother Mawu outlived all, hair ash silver, skin oak-barked, eyes deep as brine. Hearing Jonah, she head shook slow. When sacred's market vended, water withdraws grace. Cane propped, she sought coffee. En route, wind slithered skin close. Reeds bowed her pass, as swamp feared too. She found coffee afternoon mending net porch side, voice earth deep. Let not others hear your song for coin, some tunes night only. Coffee looked up, into her clouded yet keen eyes. He tried speak, throat-hacking air unworded. She understood, touched throat gently, felt pulsing gold, sighed. Water took your voice, let not folk take last breath. From pouch, she drew small, oyster shell charm, cypress carved. Keep, when water rages, this recalls shore. Twilight fell, coffee clutched charm, salt scent wafting, necklace bound, his chest breath sea far. Nightfall, reed wind, moon swamp reflect, he sensed watcher, forest edge, thick reeds, gold flash, eye-like. He turned soft, saw only water glint. Next day, Jonah House came. 2 burly men trailed. Generator, lights, frames. Stage by swamp edge. He village said, coffee sings, folk blessed. I film for city miracle. Words honey sweet, many believed. Mother Coffee House sat, faint smiling sun's fame thought. Coffee watched wordless, chest spiral quickened. That night, no song. Late moon, still wind, swamp wakeful. Depth's gold heart followed. Melani rose unsummoned, unsung, distant-eyed, hair loose, tail lightning water, eyes no soft, metallic glint. You near break vow, mind voiced. You let others name me daylight. Coffee bowed, trembling, answerless. Water knows no bargain, she said. Pact one keeper, one claimer. Dissolved, prayer-like murmur lingering. Next dawn, Jonah festival started. Villagers gathered, children scampered, drums cymballed, red cloths draped cypress, tree base, Jonah wood table incense coined. Water's hymn boomed. Tonight, coffee sings river here, water gold returns. Words heart-clenched coffee, he'd glimpsed depths gold. Mother Mawu bank stood, eyes half shut, wind whispered water far, wrath-toned. To coffee stepped, shoulder hand. If forced sing, remember, water only, not folk. Left, salt air lingering. Dusk deep, Jonah lights flooded swamp face. White beams pierced water, moon paling. Depths gold stirred fish-like. Coffee crowd center, guitar hand shaking. Jonah yelled, sing, coffee. Cheers rose. He mouth opened, soundless, breath only, eyes closed. Wordless grandmother taught, water dedicate. Instant, depths gold blazed. Villagers gasped. Jonah laughed. Camera called, but wind shifted. Chill rushed, lights snuffed. Moon reclaimed, revealing mid-swamp rising figure. Melani, tail ablaze, each scale crowd mirroring. Water surged, bank over, folk retreating. Jonah tumbled, screaming. Coffee rooted. She straight-eyed him, gaze wrath, pain-filled. You've let me be seen. Wind howled. Sand flew. Light cords snapped, water plunged, sparking. Her gold clashed white electric, exploding glitter water wide. Scene brilliant, terrifying, dream-torn. Water roiled, frame toppled, coins drowned. Jonah wailed, camera pulled, cord legs snared, tumbling, head raised, water calmed. Melani gone, only full moon hovered. Mid-swamp golden whirlpool, faint wound like. Coffee slumped, guitar clutched. He knew storm unfinished. She spared kill, not forgive. Post-festival night, swamp aliened. Moon rose, light ash gold trod air. Villagers no praised, fear whispered. Fish deep hid, birds songless. Water metal tamed, Jonah vanished. Found only wet shoes, cypress root snagged, gold mud caked. Water's punishment, they named. Mother Mawu silent incense burned, bank praying, fool soul. Coffee home returned silent, guitar splintered, strings slack, wood cracked, yet heart hugged. Mother weakened anew, breath hard, air chill free. Nights, her gasps floor wave like. Each water pulse, each breath debt. Each tune fragile thread holding her life tied. He knew sing must, throat fire scorched. Each sustained note, neck spiral thrashed. Dizziness wrought. 3 nights unsung. Mother stilled, face ashen. Fever dreams, she called father's name. Long-lost fisher from Coffee's boyhood. Murmured water song calling. Coffee bedside. Tears sweat mingled. Packed neared term. Unsung. Water reclaimed breath. 4th night. Wind rose. Sky blackened. Lightning swamp flashed. Cypress branch snapped. Falling. Depths gold spilling. Coffee rose. Cracked guitar grasped. Porch stepped. Rain unfallen. Thunder river drum. Cold draft house invaded. Chest heart piercing. Mother eyes opened. Gaze clouded. Trembling hand his seeking. Let not water call me, son. Whispered. Lids closed. Coffee swamp ran. Moon cloud swallowed. Water inner lit. Surface dimpled. 100 eye whirls him watching. Knelt. Guitar water placed. Floated. Tilted. Sank. Submerged instant. Deep song rose. His voice echoed. Aged heavier. Soul sung from beyond. Then she emerged. Melani mid-current. Gold scaled blinding. Eyes fire red. Silent gazed. Water her swirled. Wind cypress rushed. Coffee knew debt demand. Horse yelled. Take me, spare mother. Voice wind dissolved, unheard. She hand raised, undercurrent vortexed, gold ribbon streaks trailing. Afar, rain began, heavy drops, thick, falling upward reverse. Coffee water entered, steps mud hand pulled soft. Mid-swamp reached, waves sudden stilled. Melani eyed, black hair water spread, tail gold 1,000 tiny suns. Face to face, breaths wind shared. If repay, said, let me sing last once. She head tilted, eye light softened, silence spanned lifetime, then faint nodded, wind halted, rain ceased, world paused, coffee eyes closed, deep inhaled, sang, voice rasped weak, each note water laden, not call song, but lullaby, mother's nightly. Oh river, don't sweep my heart away. Salty water, keep the shore, I pray. Each line, swamp gold intensified, Melani eyes shut, tail scales shed one by one, light dissolving, him encircling, coffee sang breath last, song faded, water absolute stilled, moon cloud broke, swamp blinding, mermaid eyes opened, face serene. You sang love, not fear, said. So water spares your mother. Hand raised, gold beam house shot, coffee turned, mist through. Mother sat breathing deep, long sleep awakened. She lived. He smiled, throat agony, blood lip cornered. Melani neared, body light dimming. Now I hold your breath, soft said, and carry it twixt water and man. He tried speak, voiceless. She arms circled him, mist light, current strong. Together sank. Water blackened, gold flashed. blackened again, shore-side. Mother Mawu watched, silver hair wind-tossed, lips prayer murmured. She knew youth crossed bound, grace, guilt, man-water. Next dawn, swamp mirror flat, water crystal. Villagers spied old guitar, midstream floating, strings gold-hued. No coffee scene, only water lapping heart rhythm, like someone's song. His mother porch sat, listening, smiling, saying sun sang still, from water's other side. And you're still here, my dear audience. Pause, relax, perhaps sip water, then absorb the captivating tale onward. Comment number 1 if this story intrigues you. Don't forget channel subscribe. After that glowing swamp night, coffee returned not. Villagers searched 3 days, waded waters, lamped cypress roots, name called, echoes only. Surface dead calm, clear-bottomed. Fish lazy swam, scales gold sun-dusted. Mother Mawu said, "He lives not dead. Water borrows form boundary cross." None full grasped, but thence no shore song dared. Then odd phenomenon began. Each rain, drop few or none, swamp goldened. Rain glows house-skinned, folk guilt-dreamed, named singing rain. Rain halted, surface hushed, but all faint heard raspy guitar, coffee-voiced. Children bank ran, ear-cocked. Wind rain, melody rose, deep, sad, warm, not full song, breath-like. Elders called water child's soul, breath restored to mother. His mother lived, face transformed, eyes deepened, skin brightened, hours silent swamp gazing, lips other conversed, nights woke to window gold threads, each ground touch guitar plucked chime. She knew sun lingered, each raindrop, each gust. Underwater, moon unreached, coffee endured, no longer man-flesh, water shadow, half man, half echo. Melani kept word, soul unstolen, breath held. She led through deep caves, thick algae fields, gold flowing honey-like. There, water not dark but soft-lit, fog resembling. Touched water souls clustered, beads small, wordless sung. At first, coffee, unspeaking, unsinging, drifted her trail, water skin caressing. Then, other soul sounds heard, grasped. All miss-song singers, river wakened by ambition, water held eternal song. Melani said, water needs song balance, not plea, but recall. Hand to his heart, once spiral sight. Your mercy song, here, sing forgotten souls. He nodded. Thus, full moons, he sang. Voice water-blended, surfacing rain-born region-wide. Above, hearers heart-soothed, hand-caressing feel. Sick, lightened, hopeless breathed anew. Source unknown, singing rain named. Time stream dayless, underwater ageless, memory only. Melani beside, tail brighter, scales sun-melted, eyes no wrath, post-rain gentle sad. Sometimes mid-current sat, hair spread, eyes him reflecting reed bank, house, cypress, earth things. You remember, said, water knows pity but holds, returns not. Coffee silent, he knew their nameless bond, calm wave heart heard. One night, deep moon penetrating, Melani neared, palm placed tiny. Her tail's last golden scale. Rainless song day, surface this, returns you world. He gazed, lips parted wordless, surrounding water quivered eavesdrop-like. She turned, tail endless light trailing. Earth surface, same night. Mother Mawu gold rain woke. Coffee voice mind clear. Door standing fancied. Porch stepped. Rain silk soft, hand cupped. Palm drops lined. Gold spiraled. Neck mark match. Trembled name called. Voice rain carried. Depth song paused. Reply hummed. Not man sound. World's breath reuniting. Next dawn, rain ceased. Villagers banked. Water silver mirrored. Midstream, tiny floater. Faint gold scale. Mother Mawu fished, drop hand glowed vanished. Smiled whispered, he chose path. That dusk, pre-sunset, stranger shadow, swamp edged, brown cloaked, old guitar shouldered, slow step silent, reeds bowed, water rippled. Some said coffee soul mother greeting, others new bearer water song, whoever, tree shadowed, Song rose, deep, hoarse, dawn clear. And thence, gold rain fell true miss only. Years passed since gold rain halted. Louisiana swamp reclaimed deep green. But dawn lights folk spied water-veiled tiny golds, undissolved memory. Villagers grew story woven of coffee, soul-singing youth. Man-water boundary crossed mother saving. Fire night children elder listened, eyes wide. He died not, song became. Full moons, reed-bound ear strained his tune await. Coffee's mother aged, hair snow white, porch pose unchanged. Afternoons, swamp gazed, shell charm fingered mother Mawu left, lived peace, but gusts. Light footsteps porch circled, pass markless. Each soft spoke, I hear, child. Time-lined face, gentle smiled. One night, early full moon silver bowl, no rain, air mist scented water. Under, small fish surfaced, thread scale glinting. Afar, depths gold moved lost soul-like. Blind mother Mawu cane-propped banked, cypress halted, past festival site. Water her sky mirrored. Sudden deep hum rose, wind not, song. First illusion thought, but spread, village heard, familiar rasp sweet, two shores threading, not lullaby, not call, new blend man's spirit, villagers bank poured, water parted, midstream man ascended, no ghost, true form mist gold waiting. Coffee, youth preserved departure day, dusk brown robed, old guitar slung, hair river washed wet, skin faint gold living mist, steps water closed trailless, village hushed. Mother trembled, rose porch left. Coffee paused, smiled, smile mist melted. None heard words, but wind whispered. Mother son face touched, water cold, breath soft. Coffee bowed, foreheads met. Gold from touch flared, moment softened. Mother sighed long, eyes closed. Not pain, peace, soul peace returned. Head shoulder dropped leaf light. Coffee cradled, grass-bedded swamp side. Sat, strings plucked soft, tone clear. Season first, rain fragile. Villagers distant, near dared not, listening. Tune ended, swamp waved gentle. Light gust, wildflower salt carried. Gust, woman voice clear. Soft, deep water song. Grace repaid, debt stilled. Melani's, midstream gold her formed, brightest ever. Tail sun poured, bankstanders dazzled. Some knelt, she eyed coffee only. Moment, time fractured. Worlds touched parallel. Hand raised, palm glowed. Water stream him encircled, lifted. Folk saw him gold dissolve. Not death, light become, light sky spiraled. Rain shattered thousands drops. Drops not earth fell, hovered, glittered, swamp merged. Light extinguished, water serene, moon perfect reflected. Next dawn, villagers banked, cypress base 2 items. Old guitar, gold scale. Mother Mawu gathered, palmed. Song water returned. But water learned love. None more spoke. Guitar tree buried, scale atop. Thence, gusts leaf chimed, soft plucked. That rain season, unprecedented gold fall, but fear-free. Rain stood cupped gleams, song echoed, children danced, elders smiled, Mother Mawu silent whispered. River calmed, souls homed. Thence, Louisiana swamp, renamed, Bayou Coffee, singing water bayou. Cypress base, small plaque, old-tongued. When mercy fear surmounts, water man becomes. And night descents, keen listen, frog chorus mid faint guitar, warm, distant, life full. Years later, Bayou Coffee tale region memory woven. Elders fireside slow deep retold. Youth taught soul song man, water love learned. Swamp year clear, gusts. Surface quivered string touch soft. They said, coffee lingered, water heart hidden. From then, villagers transformed, river no feared, water no demon god distant. Affectionately mother flow named. Hand-washed pre-draw, boat chanted soft. Children taught, never river anger call, for water hearts hears. Rain returned, not gold blaze, clear only, but fall warm glowed, gold soul unextinguished. Mother Mawu dawn misted died, fog swamp veiled, smiled sleep fell, hand gold scale clutched. buried, palmed placed, otherworld bound believed, unrested souls gifting. Gravestone cypress carved, final song site. Then one night, years post, strange girl village came, old guitar bore, rustic, silver strings faint, little spoke, smile answered origin asks, first night, swamp sat plucked, tone unchanged, rasp deep water beat phrased, elders wept, children play halted, circle listened, sang, moon hue shifted pale gold, sang tongue unknown, hearts silenced all, some coffee voiced, others river child dual world sold. Night, odd, mid-tune, swamp water dual parted, gold spiral crossed. Light, Melani shadow glimpsed, tail glimmered smiling, not water in, not out, betwixt, boundary opened. Girl plucked ceased, rose, light bowed, wind last song carried farewell, light faded, she too, next dawn, bank guitar alone, strings windless hummed. Thence, full moon seasons, river song night held, no rite, no sacrifice, light off, silent listen, reed gust, water bank tap, tune heard, deep, gentle wave heart mingled, believed coffee Melani duet, worlds bridging, man one, water one. Legend, Bayou Coffee full moon hour, cypress root heart song sung, reply tune joins, no blessing, no punish, reminder, promises eternal lost not, and sometimes, calm nights, bank stood, water peered, depths moved, light faint, not gold, not silver, twixt world hue, forgiveness color, boundary crossing love. Some tales not told, but remembered.